guys, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and we're going to continue reading Battle for Max's Heart, Chapter 10. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, later. Jeff's point of view, I ran up to Max's dad, and he dodged me and shot me in the arm. I hissed in pain. I ran up to him again. I tackled him to the ground, putting my knife to his throat. "What the fuck do you want with my daughter?" he yelled in the top of his lung. I chuckled under my breath, and with the tightness of my knife to his throat until I saw blood oozing out of his throat. He was gasping for air. I started laughing psychotically, and then he pushed me off and grabbed my knife and stabbed me in my arm. I hissed in pain. I grabbed my knife and stabbed him in the stomach. He looked at me, shocked, and fell to the ground. I turned around to see Max, and she ran up to her dad. I saw the fear in her eyes, and I saw what I did. Max's point of view. I started to wake up, and to see Jeff and my dad. I tried to get up, but I saw Jeff stab my dad in the stomach. I quickly ran to my dad and held him in my arms. I started to cry and hugged him for the longest time. "Max," my dad said, choking. "Yes." I looked at him, still crying. "Run, kiddo. Don't stop until you know you're safe," he said before he took his last breath. "Dad? Daddy?" I cried. There was no answer, and looked at Jeff, who was standing there. I stared at him for a long time before I started running into the woods with my dad's gun in hand. "Max!" Jeff yelled behind me before he ran after me. I ran until I lost sight of Jeff and hid behind a tree. I was trying to control myself from crying. I couldn't stop. I slid down the tree, started crying, and hid my face in my knees. I was crying until I heard footsteps coming my way. Max, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill your dad, Max," Jeff said, trying to look for me. I got up and held the gun in my hand. I took a deep breath and stepped out and aimed the gun at Jeff. He looked at me and took a step closer. I took a step back, trying to say something, but turned around and started running. It wasn't long until Jeff tackled me to the ground. I tried to get up, but Jeff's weight was too heavy. I looked around for the gun and tried to reach for it, but Jeff kicked the gun away. I looked at him, afraid, and tried to wiggle myself, but it only made Jeff angry and put his knife to my neck. I whimpered, and Jeff chuckled. "That's enough playing, Max," he said. I spat at him, and he wiped it off, and he slapped me across the face. I spat some blood and kneed him in the stomach. He got off me and quickly got up and started running, but Jeff grabbed my leg, and I kicked him to let go. He let go, and I started running for a bit before he pinned me to a tree. "Let go," I yelled. He chuckled and held his knife to my neck. "Why do you keep running, Max? You know I will find you," he said in a sadistic tone. I flinched and started crying in front of him. "Why are you crying?" he said, playing with my hair with his knife. I moved his knife as I tried to push him away, but he grabbed my hand and twisting it. I screamed in pain as more tears came from my eyes. Jeff began to wipe my tears away, and I flinched. He chuckled under his breath and tried kissing me, but I dodged him, and he growled and grabbed my face. He saw my eyes were still closed. "Open them," he demanded. I ignored him and kept them closed and started whimpering. "Open them now," he yelled. I did as I was told and opened them. I looked at him and saw Jeff, but the monster within him. "Jeff, stop. Look what you're doing. And stop," I screamed. "Stop? There's no way I'm going to stop. Not until I see blood coming out of you," he yelled and stabbed me in the stomach. I gasped and looked at Jeff as he took his knife out, and I started to cough out some more blood. I fell to the ground. and I started to breathe some air as everything around me started to go to black.